Hey, how's it going, everyone? It's Steve here, aka Armington. And on a side note, before I get into today's topic of the video, I just wanted to briefly mention that today I do plan on trying out a different pro. And well, more than trying out, I have tried out other pros in the past, but I plan on learning a different pro other than the tank. So hopefully, if everything goes to plan, in my next video you will see someone other than the tank, anyone. I haven't really decided on who that will be yet, but yeah, so you can look forward to that. No more tank. Well, I will still be playing the tank, just because that's my main go-to pro. That's who I feel the most comfortable with. I consider myself, you know, competent with the tank. So yeah. But today's topic is going to be matchmaking in Super Monday Night Combat. It's a very controversial subject right now. Well, it's not really controversial because everyone agrees that it's terrible, but I just, you know, wanted to give my thoughts on it, and I, for the most part, share in the community's opinion of the matchmaking that it really is, for the most part, non-existent. And no one really knows the formula behind it. Whatever Uber's doing, you know, we're all out of the loop. I don't. They haven't really said anything. Obviously, there's a problem. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and spoil this game for you, in saying that we absolutely demolished these guys, completely wiped the floor with them. It's not even close. And before anyone even, because I know that this is the internet, so people out there who have watched my previous video might come into this and say I'm contradicting myself because I'm calling these guys bad, and that, you know, I shouldn't be doing that. But what that was mainly about was calling them bad, you know, in game and whatnot. I'm assuming these guys are new. I'm not holding anything against them. I'm not saying they're terrible, and I'm not saying that they should stop playing the game. I want them to keep playing. Alright, I hold nothing against them. Let me just make that clear. No problem. All I'm saying is that these guys that I am playing against right now are not on the same skill level as me. And I'm not even on that high of a skill level, so the tiers are not getting matched with each other. Okay, so if you know StarCraft 2, think of me as like a gold player, and I'm getting paired with bronze players, really. And also I should mention that I'm playing with two of my friends in this game. That's usually who I always play with. I almost never solo queue. And then that's obviously a big problem with a lot of the community. A lot of the community solo queues, and that's understandable. You know, if no one's on, then I will solo queue. For the most part, I'm always with at least one or two other people. If you only have one friend with you, it doesn't really make that much of a difference. You need at least 3 or 4 people in your group to really, you know, make the saying teamwork's OP, you know, come to life. So yeah, you can see the sparks here is what I'm talking about. He's gonna spend about the next 2 minutes just shooting at my friend's turret there. You know, obviously that's not what you want to be doing. That's taking you out of the game if you're just spending all your time shooting a support's fire base. Alright, it's unfortunate that you know, the matchmaking ended up this way, but it did, so we kind of have to, you know, just deal with it or whatever. And I don't know, maybe these guys were grouped with each other, like maybe they were a group of 5 or something, but they really didn't play like it, so I'm assuming they weren't. It feels like, for the most part, they were a bunch of solo queuers, because they didn't really seem to be working together. It was just a lot of people kind of running out one by one, getting killed, you know? So, yeah, that's really unfortunate in my opinion. So the question, like, really becomes, one, how can we fix this? And to be honest, obviously we can't fix it. It becomes, how can Uber fix it? Are they aware of it? I mean, they must be aware of it. People are complaining about it all the time. So obviously they know that it's like almost every single game is usually imbalanced towards one side or the other. I would say, you know, this is basically how all my games end up. Not necessarily this short. Like, this was a true blowout. This game only ends up being like 12 minutes long. But even like the games that end up being like 25 minutes are, for the most part, still generally a blowout. It's just that the other team or my team can manage to hold out a little bit longer. Alright, you know, so they're putting up a little bit better of a fight. But it's like by the 10-minute mark, or not really the 10-minute mark, but like the 10-15-minute mark, you can still, you know that it seems like one team has the obvious advantage, and that you're fighting uphill from there, and it's just, you know, a downhill battle. Whatever. So, yeah, I mean, I think that as far as new players go, I think they should be forced to enter training camp, and obviously that's not going to teach them, that's not going to help them improve. I know that training camp you don't really get better, but it's going to, first of all, at least teach them the rules. Okay, so maybe if you like said straight up in training camp, or if they like force them to watch some sort of like introductory video, like as soon as you load up SMNC, you have to watch this video where it's like, you know, hey, this isn't TF2. Make sure you kill bots, and you'll earn credits, and you'll level. And if you don't kill bots, chances are you'll become underleveled. You know, something like that, because this game right here, the other team had a terrible bot score, every single one of them. And you'll notice that I've become really over-leveled because I'm just killing bots. My bot score is like double to triple of their entire team, really. So I feel like the point isn't out there enough that you need to kill bots. And I know that because when I first started playing, I wasn't killing bots, and I was really underleveled, and I was like, what's going on? And then I just kind of naturally picked up on the fact that this is a MOBA, and I sort of thought of it like, you know, League of Legends, where you need to kill creeps or minions, and otherwise you become underleveled. So yeah, I kind of just pieced it all together, and I was like, alright, this game I'm going to try to only kill bots. I mean, if a guy's attacking me, I'll defend myself, or if like someone's weak and I can get an easy kill, then yeah, I'll take advantage of it. But for the most part, I'm going to concentrate on bots, and I ended up doing really well. You know, I was pretty much over-leveled, and I've kind of been doing that ever since. And I feel like it's not right because, well, let me explain what I feel is not right. What's not right is the fact that in almost every single game I play, I'm like within the top 1 to 2, you know, on the leaderboards overall. Like for both teams, I'm like either in first or second place, considering both teams. And that just seems wrong to me because I feel like out of the 100+ games that I've played so far, like I wouldn't be at the top of every single one of them. And I wasn't. Like the first like 40, I was towards the bottom. Actually, not that much. Like the first 20 to 30, I was towards the bottom. But ever since then, I've usually been at least the top 3. And that just, it just seems wrong. Like apparently I keep on getting paired with people that are worse than me, I guess. I don't know. I'm the type of person that I am constantly looking to improve. So I want a challenge. I don't enjoy, it's obviously it's fun to stop a pub every once in a while, but when it repeatedly happens, it's not that enjoyable, and I'm not always on the winning side. It's like 50-50, where I'm either stopping the other team or I'm getting stopped, and it's really, really unfortunate. Like I said, I've only had like maybe 5 to 10 matches out of 100+ matches where it was genuinely close, like it was a nail biter. And I think everyone would agree that those are the matches that are the most fun. And I don't know what the formula is for matchmaking with other games compared to Uber's, but if you look at strictly MOBAs, League of Legends games, you know, Dota games, I can't really speak for Dota, but especially League of Legends, the games for the most part, all the matches are generally pretty close. I mean, obviously there are a few, you know, 20-minute GGs, end it as quick as possible because it's hopeless, but definitely it's usually a lot more fair than Super Monday Night Combat. And I don't want to sound like I'm doing nothing but whining here, because I'm not. Alright, I love this game. I think it's wicked fun. But you can see here, they're at the point where they can't even do anything to get the Annihilator. You know, Megabeth is shooting rockets, and my buddy Zach's just blocking them with his boobs, okay? So, that... it's really... this is where it kind of loses its luster and it's no longer fun. It's just like, alright, well, let's... Even if I'm winning or losing, I'm just thinking to myself, let's end this game as quick as possible. Maybe the next one will be a good match. So, again, I mean, I'm not sure what Uber needs to do to change it, but something needs to be done with the matchmaking. I don't know if there's a way to tier the players. I assume you can do it by level, as that's how it's done in most other games, I feel like. You know, place, like, maybe if you bracket it. I know, like that's what they do in like a lot of MMOs. The matches or whatever, the war zones are bracketed so that, you know, levels 10 through 20 play with levels 10 through 20, and that's it, you know, like end of story. But I mean, obviously that would really hurt group play, like if you want to play with your friends. So I don't know, scrap that idea, that wouldn't work. But something, you know, something, there has to be something they can do. I don't know what it is, but they need to do it quick, because if you go on the forums, I mean, people are constantly complaining about it, and I feel like it's really bringing down the community in the game and just the mood overall. You know, the community's morale is kind of dropping because people are complaining about, you know, constantly being with terrible teammates. And again, I think Uber could do a better job of explaining the game to newer players. Like, they need to understand that it's about bots and turrets. That's what Monday Night Combat is for the most part. Teamwork, bots, and turrets. So all the TF2 players and all the first-person shooter players aren't really getting that when they first get here.
That's my line, Chip.
So, yeah. I don't know. That's just what I think. I mean, I love this game, but the matchmaking is really flawed. So, yeah. Thank you guys for watching, and you can see from the score there, I mean, they really had like no kills, and my bot score was way higher than theirs, and their points were just really low. So yeah, I mean, it was kind of like, it was a blowout from the beginning, and that's really unfortunate. I mean, I don't really know what else to say. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Again, as always, tell me how I can improve these videos, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.